Hello, my name is Chad Spartman, National Director with Momentis International. Guys, I want to take just a moment to thank each and every one of you taking the time out to watch our credit card processing, our merchant service webinar training. So, guys, let's get started on this because I don't want to take up too much of your time. Today, we are going to be talking about what is merchant services. For those of you who do not understand the concept, by the end of this webinar, in just a few minutes, you will know exactly what it is we're talking about. We're also going to talk to you about how to engage these merchants. Guys, there's a couple of different type of merchants or businesses that we're going to be engaging. First of all, they're going to be the business owners that you know. We will talk to you about how to get that done and the ones you don't know, which we will also be discussing. And then, of course, how to submit that lead and ultimately get that person to be your customer. That way, every single time someone goes into a business, that business swipes their card, you are getting paid. What is merchant services, guys? It is credit card processing. It is what happens when you go into any business and swipe your card at a machine, and not just a machine. It's also online or over the phone or through their telephone, through some people call the square. But guys, we are going to show you what exactly happens during this process here in just a moment. Guys, take a look at these bullet points here. You're going to see there is a huge, large amount of businesses out there that still does not accept credit cards. Okay, whenever you think about the fact that at 66% of all people who pay for something do so with plastic, guys, and that number continues to go up and up and up with technology. Less and less cash is being used. So whether it's a current business that uses processing or doesn't, there is a big need for what we have. Now, the players involved in this process, guys, there's the consumer, there's the business, there is the processor, guys. That is where we come into play. And then there's the issuer, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, your local banks. When someone walks into the business, they swipe that card at that business. And then from there, it gets sent to the processor, which then contacts Visa, MasterCard, so on and so on, to figure out whether the balance is available to be able to complete that purchase. Communicates back with the processor, back to the business, and then the transaction is complete. Whether it's good, you went through, or whether it's declined. That is the process of what happens. Seems like a lot of unnecessary steps, but the truth of the matter is, those are the steps. Okay, and luckily for us, we able to put ourselves in the middle of it. And now every time somebody walks into a business and swipes that card, we get paid. Like I was saying before, it doesn't matter what type of business, whether you're walking in there and manually swiping a card, whether it's over the phone, through the computer, or through your smartphone. Our company, our partner with Anovia, has got a system in place to be able to take care of all of the business needs. So that is what merchant services is. Okay, now we're going to talk about engaging merchants. First thing we're going to talk about is who are we looking for? Guys, we're looking for people, friends and family that own local restaurants. Maybe it's doctor's offices, hotels, specialty stores, spas and salons. Guys, if they are a local family-owned business, that is what we are looking for. Or maybe you work for somebody who has a local business. All of you, most of you work somewhere. If you're working for a locally owned business, then that is what our target base is. All right, and regional franchises and chains. Guys, the people we're not looking for are the big national chains. Guys, these guys have the buying power. They've already driven the price down as far as it can go. Of course, the big franchises, and of course, the pay at the pumps. Guys, these get complicated, so steer clear. It's not going to be worth the time and effort trying to get in front of the right person. All right, so how do we start this conversation, guys? This is where this is where it gets not complicated, but this is where it gets real. Okay, we can talk about how the process works all the time, but unless you're willing to go and approach somebody and start that conversation, you're never going to be able to get your Anovia payment system business started. Okay, so there's a couple of different types of people we're going to be approaching, whether it's our warm market or cold market, people we do know, people we don't know. But the one thing you guys have to know walking in, no matter what business you're walking into, is that you can be confident that you are going to have a strong offer. We have that guarantee. They get a $100 Visa gift card if we do not meet or beat the price that their current merchant service company is giving them. So guys, it's going to take you 5 minutes to get them that quote. It's going to take them 5 minutes to get the information filled out. worst thing that's going to happen is they're going to get $100 in their hands. All right, and so that is the tool that you need to ensure that you're going to give a chance to give them at least a bid. Okay, so now who are we looking for, guys? Go to the people you know. It's just like gathering a customer with any other service within our company, whether it's electricity or EMS. You're simply going to go ask their friend and family if they can do you a favor, tell them why you're doing the business, and ask for that favor. All you need to do, they don't have to do anything up front. All you need to do is let them give you a bid. It takes about 5 minutes for them to get the information filled out, and then they are going to receive a phone call from Anovia, which we will break that down here in just a moment, to let them know whether we can save them money or not. So with that being said, just go in and ask. It doesn't take long. It's not difficult. The people who you don't know, okay, we already have a lot of people who are out there going business to business, having a lot of success, talking about merchant services. First of all, you need to know not to walk into these businesses at a busy time. If you walk in, the business is busy, walk right back out. It is a bad time. If it's not, just ask the person up front. Whoever it is that's working, just ask them if the owner is in. You have to make sure that you're getting in front of the decision maker. If the owner's not in, just ask when a good time to return is. When's a good time that the owner is here, that he's not necessarily busy. So once that is established, you can return back at that time. If they are there, then you're simply going to ask them whenever you meet him, let him know that you're here to talk about merchant services, that you understand that he has a lot of people that come in wanting to get his business, but you know that you've got something unique in your hands because you can offer him a guarantee that we will meet or beat your current rate, or we will give you a $100 gift card. And if he's interested, we can also show him how to make money off of him saving money. So it's a win-win on his and him letting you get him a bid. That's simple. That's all you got to do. Guys, I understand the first time you do it, you might be stepping out of your comfort zone. Get out of that box once, okay? And then you'll see the second, third, fourth becomes easy. And there's a lot of money to be made in merchant services. So just get out there and get started. Okay, talk about a couple of the objections you might get when you talk to that owner. He might say, I'm too busy, or I'm already approached all the time. Guys, just understand, tell him it takes about 5 to 10 minutes to get him that bid. And when with it being guaranteed, if we can't meet or beat it, it's going to get a $100 gift card. Okay. Sometimes if they might be in a contract, guys, being a business owner before Momentis myself, I had to deal with this stuff. I was in contracts with my merchant services providers, but those contracts usually can be broken for $200 to $500 depending on where they are in the contract. Okay, but don't be discouraged by that contract, because usually what we can do is show them how through our low pricing, it'll be more than worth it for them to break that contract. In many cases, we might be able to save that person per month what it would cost to break that contract. So that certainly doesn't need to stand in your way. If any of these business owners were like me and they felt like they were just a great negotiator, they may feel like they already have the best rate possible. At that point, you say, great, well, then you're sure to get that $100 gift card. If we can't beat it, it's going to take 5 to 10 minutes to find out. But we already know the numbers. We know that on 95% or more, we are going to beat. And so just let them give you that rate. Guys, just understand a lot of these terminals that they use for swiping cards are expensive. Our company will be able to work with over 90% of all the terminals out there. So there won't be the extra cost for that business owner switching over to your service. All right, so let's talk about what's next. We've walked into the business. We've made contact. They've agreed to let us give them a bid. What do we do now? Guys, you go to your website. You go to products, businesses, and then you go to Anovia Merchant Services. Guys, you can do this from anywhere. Take in your tablet. It's handy. Okay, you can do it right there while y'all are talking. It takes just a few minutes, maybe from a computer or a smartphone. You're going to start right there on your independent representative page. Go to Merchant Services. The screen looks just like this, and then hit Get Started. There's going to be 3 simple pages you're going to fill out right here. I mean, this stuff is elementary, guys. Business name, first name, phone number. Down at the bottom, it says choose best time to call. If they choose not to talk to somebody immediately, they're going to be able to put in there a time to be able to call back. That's Anovia calling the business back. Your information is going to be here. Usually this is already loaded into the page, so it's not something you guys have to necessarily worry about. And then, of course, address and a little bit of information about them. Guys, right here, you can see over to the right of that screen, they can talk to somebody right then and there, get that quote within just a few minutes, and they can get this thing completed. If they need to wait for that time that they already selected, then they can certainly do that. But the very next page after this, they're going to load their last merchant service bill in there. That's going to allow Anovia to get them the best rate possible. Guys, and then it is complete. That is submitted, and within a few 24 to 48 hours later, Anovia is calling that business to get everything set up, talk to them about the rates, answer any questions they may have, and get it taken care of. All right. So, you can see here, we already talked about this, but they're going to have the option of being able to take a call later, or of course, be able to get on that call now. Now, your part where it's mostly done, what you do want to do is stay active. All right. Whenever Anovia sends an email out to the business, they're also going to email you. If you see an email stating, hey, Joe, we tried to contact you about your merchant services to give you a bid. We missed your call. Please give me a call back at this number. When that happens and you see that email, simply call Joe and let him know that they've been trying to get a hold of him. Give him an email or even stop by just to let them know that Anovia has been trying to touch base with them. They believe they have a rate that you'll be more than happy with, can help save you money. So let's see what we can do about getting you on the phone with them for about 5 minutes. Guys, the most important thing is keep it simple. All we are going to do is go and talk to the merchant. You do not have to be an expert in Anovia. In fact, you don't have to know anything other than this. We can save you money, or we will give you money. That's all you need to know. And of course, you need to know how to submit that lead. But don't overthink it. We have that partner there with Anovia that we can get with them on the phone if they've got any questions, that will be able to keep us from having to become the expert. Guys, there's all kinds of promotional material in your M Center. Check back there. It's all kinds of great stuff. A lot of great training that's available for you guys to go on and continue learning about what it is. But guys, it's not complicated. It's not more information that you guys need. It's the activity. And it is worth it, because through Anovia Merchant Services, you're able to gain anywhere from 1 to 3 customer points. But guys, the residual income, if you have not taken a look at it, you cut it by 75%, and it's still our highest paid residual income within Momentis. So there's a lot of money. In fact, I was breaking it down just recently for some of my team, how if they can make an effort to go out and get a handful of these services each week, just make that commitment, how they alone through Anovia could earn a full-time income. And you combine that, what happens with the recruiting efforts, because some of these people, you're going to be able to show them also how to get into the business. Guys, I'm going to tell you this. Anovia Merchant Services is definitely the most powerful recruiting tool that you have in your hands right now. Okay, it is worth the time and effort to learn it and go out and take advantage of it. So guys, I appreciate everybody joining this webinar this afternoon, this evening, whenever it is you're listening to it. If you have any questions, guys, reach out to the person who shared this link with you and get plugged in. Thank you very much.